quiet town of Fairfax County, nestled among the whispering trees and winding roads, a new chapter began for Emma. She had just moved into her charming little home with her boyfriend, Jake. The air was filled with the scent of fresh paint and the promise of new beginnings. Emma's heart raced with excitement as she explored each room, imagining how they would fill it with laughter and memories. Night fell. Emma ventured outside for her first evening walk, eager to embrace the unfamiliar surroundings. A moon cast a silver glow over the landscape, illuminating her path as she strolled along the quiet streets. That she began to hear murmurs, snippets of conversation carried by the soft breeze. Curiosity piqued. She leaned closer to overhear. Whispers spoke of an urban legend, the Bunny Man, a figure cloaked in mystery who haunted those venturing too close to the Fairfax County Parkway bridge. Tales of his menacing presence sent shivers down her spine. He wore a grotesque rabbit costume and roamed under cover of darkness, threatening anyone unfortunate enough to cross his path. Emma felt a thrill rush through her veins at these stories. They sparked something deep within her adventurous spirit. Jake often dismissed such tales as mere folklore stories spun by imaginative minds seeking thrills in the mundane, but Emma found herself captivated to uncover whether there was truth behind these whispered legends, or if they were merely shadows dancing on walls of fear. Home that evening, Emma shared what she'd heard with Jake. He chuckled lightly at her fascination, but soon turned serious when he noticed the intensity in her eyes. Ennard warned against delving too deeply into such myths. After all, some legends are born from real fears and dangers lurking beneath their surface. Yet Emma could not shake off this newfound obsession. Days passed, and she settled into their new life together. Thoughts of the Bunny Man lingered like an uninvited guest in her mind. Each night brought restless dreams filled with shadows and fleeting glimpses of something sinister lurking just beyond reach. Driven by an insatiable desire for knowledge and adventure, Emma resolved to investigate further, much to Jake's dismay. He pleaded with her not to pursue something that could lead them down a dark path fraught with danger. Quiet moments alone at home, Emma pored over old newspaper articles and local folklore websites that detailed past sightings near the Parkway Bridge. Each tale painted a vivid picture, a chilling reminder that perhaps some legends were more than just stories told around campfire. Dusk approached one fateful evening while sitting on their porch sipping tea together under flickering lights strung overhead. Lily visited unexpectedly, her superstitious nature evident from the moment she stepped through their door. Lily's eyes widened as Emma revealed what had been occupying her thoughts lately, the intrigue surrounding the Bunny Man legend, igniting both fear and excitement within them all. Concern etched across Lily's face. Cautioned against venturing near where this entity had struck before. Tales suggested it possessed an eerie ability to manifest nightmares into reality, a warning echoed throughout generations, passed by locals who dared not tread too close after sunset. But something deeper stirred inside Emma, a longing not only for answers, but also for connection, to understand what lay hidden beneath layers woven tightly around community lore steeped in history shaped by collective fears looming large over residents throughout time itself. Determined yet cautious about how far she would go, chasing shadows now dancing closer upon horizons drawn ever nearer due south, toward impending nights thickened blacker than ink, it became increasingly difficult for any lingering doubts. Guarding safety choices made alongside Jake, weighing heavily upon shoulders, pressed downwards, firmly anchored against ground beneath feet, moving forward steadily onward toward unknown destinations ahead, lying shrouded within darkness. Crouching ever silently forward. And so began Emma's journey, not just towards understanding, but also embracing challenges awaiting beyond familiar realms, brimming full possibilities, waiting patiently until daylight gave way slowly. Rendering back once again towards enchanting realms, illuminated, softly radiating warmth, kindled deep inside heart, yearning forevermore. As the evening deepened, the shadows grew longer and darker around Emma. The air was thick with a stillness that felt almost alive, as if it were holding its breath in anticipation. He stepped cautiously through the forest path that led to Fairfax County Parkway Bridge, every rustle of leaves making her heart race a little faster. Emma's thoughts swirled with Mr. Thompson's chilling account of his encounter with the Bunny Man. A way he described his friends disappearing into the night sent shivers down her spine. They had gone out for what seemed like an innocent adventure, but ended up lost in the thrall of something sinister. He couldn't shake off the images of those lost souls as she ventured deeper into the unknown. Jake walked beside her, trying to mask his unease behind a facade of skepticism. He had often reminded Emma that urban legends were just stories meant to scare children and entertain adults during late-night conversations. Yet, even he couldn't deny the oppressive feeling that hung in the air, a sense of being watched, lurking just beyond their sight. They neared the bridge. Emma caught sight of its silhouette against the fading twilight. It loomed ominously above them like a sentinel guarding secrets best left undisturbed. Electric thrill coursed through her veins. This was it, the moment she had been waiting for. With each step closer, her determination only grew stronger despite Jake's hesitant presence at her side. A bridge creaked underfoot as they crossed it, each sound echoing like whispers from another world. Faint rustling emerged from beneath them, quick and erratic, as if something or someone was stirring amongst the shadows below. Emma's heart raced as she leaned over the railing to peer into darkness. "Did you hear that?" she whispered urgently, her voice barely rising above the soft breeze. Jake nodded slowly but remained silent. Fear flickered across his face momentarily before he masked it again with rationality. He suggested perhaps it was just an animal rummaging through leaves, or maybe even a trick of their imaginations born from tales told too many times around campfires. Yet deep inside, Emma knew better. There was something more profound lurking in this place, a history woven within its shadows that called out to be unveiled. Steps slowed as they continued toward a clearing near the edge of the bridge, where moonlight spilled softly onto damp earth below. Atmosphere thickened further when suddenly they heard laughter, sharp and manic, echoing eerily into silence, followed by words spoken in hushed tones that sent chills racing down their spines. Emma looked at Jake wide-eyed. Both instinctively reached for one another's hands as dread settled heavy within their chests, gripping tightly against vulnerability now laid bare in this eerie encounter with fate itself. Just then, without warning, an unsettling figure emerged from behind trees lining either side. The bunny man stood there before them, clad in tattered white fur and oversized ears, drooping low over sunken eyes, filled with madness and apparition sprung forth from nightmares etched deep within Folklore's grasp. A legend materialized right before their disbelieving gaze, a manifestation fueled by fear and curiosity, intertwined throughout generations past, but now standing solidly grounded within reality itself, illuminated by ghostly beams filtering through branches overhead. Howl echoed across open space, signaling danger looming ahead. Every instinct screamed at them to flee. Yet Emma felt rooted where she stood, a battle raging between primal fear, urging retreat, and relentless curiosity, compelling exploration into uncertain territory governed by fate alone. Bunny Man raised one hand high above his head, almost inviting them forward, while laughter danced malevolently upon lips stretched wide beneath unsettling features painted grotesque against night sky. Carried on wind warned against approaching closer. Yet neither could look away, trapped beneath spellbinding allure, mingled together, terrifying excitement coursing through veins, igniting senses alive amidst impending dread. With hearts pounding ferociously, they exchanged glances, fraught uncertainty, weaving threads taut between hope, salvation, intertwining darkness, threatening consume entire existence. Each heartbeat echoed promise, return home intact, but unraveling consequences, tinged colors, vivid horror, awaiting realization dawning upon horizon, stretching endlessly outward into black abyss as the days rolled by. Emma's fascination with the bunny man grew stronger. Each night, she found herself drawn closer to the Parkway bridge, a location shrouded in whispers and shadows. Jake remained skeptical, his concern for Emma palpable as he insisted they stay away from such dangerous legend. But Emma's resolve only deepened. She felt an undeniable pull toward the truth hidden beneath layers of fear. Driven by her curiosity and armed with her phone's flashlight, Emma decided it was time to confront the legend head-on. Did they take a late-night adventure together to seek out whatever may lie under the bridge, an idea that set off alarm bells in Jake's mind. Yet, despite his reluctance, he could not deny Emma's determination and agreed to accompany her, air was thick with tension as they approached the bridge. Wind rustled through the trees surrounding them, carrying with it an unsettling silence that seemed to wrap around their shoulders like a heavy cloak. A moon hung low in the sky, casting eerie shadows upon their path as they stepped onto the cracked pavement leading towards that infamous spot. With each step closer to the bridge, Jake's unease intensified. He glanced over at Emma, who walked ahead with her head held high and eyes sparkling with excitement. He felt like a tethered balloon ready to float away, a stark contrast to her fearless spirit. Bridge loomed darkness. Flickering beams of moonlight danced across the concrete walls adorned with graffiti, the marks of countless souls who had passed this way before. They reached its center. Strange sounds began filtering through their surroundings, rustling leaves mingled with distant echoes that sent chills coursing down Jake's spine. Emma turned on her flashlight and scanned their environment while Jake kept close behind her, half-heartedly trying to convince himself it was just his imagination running wild. Suddenly, movement caught their attention from beneath the bridge, a dark shape slinking away into obscurity just beyond reach. Fear seeped into Jake's bones as he whispered for Emma not to go any further. But curiosity fueled Emma. She pressed onward despite his warnings. Her heart raced as she drew closer to where shadows twisted unnaturally against stone wall. A sense of both exhilaration and dread lingered in every breath she took. And came a voice, a low murmur rising from within the depths below them, that sent shockwaves of terror through their very beings. Echoed cryptically against still air. "Come here." They turned simultaneously towards where the voice originated. A tall figure emerged from darkness, draped in tattered fabric resembling rabbit ears protruding unnaturally above its head, a grotesque costume that made it appear otherworldly. The bunny man stood there, imposing yet strangely captivating. The air around him grew thick with foreboding energy pulsating like a heartbeat gone wrong. He locked eyes with Emma. Those hauntingly empty sockets bore no warmth, but instead reflected a chilling emptiness, one filled only by fear itself. An instant understanding flooded over them. Both this wasn't merely an urban legend, but something far more sinister, lurking deeper than imagined nightmares, intertwined tightly between reality, unraveling slowly before their very eyes. It became evident this entity thrived on fear itself, while effortlessly weaving tales spun through minds eager for answers sought amidst shadows cast long ago, fading gradually until lost forever. As panic surged through Jake's veins like fire, threatening destruction at any moment now unfolding right before him, the bunny man extended an arm cloaked in shadow, gesturing toward them ominously, while cryptic messages slipped past thin lips, whispering words coated thickly, layered behind secrets meant never revealed. You wish to know what lies beneath. At that moment, everything shifted. The world around them blurred into chaos. Instinct screamed for escape, yet curiosity, rooted firmly within Emma, urged otherwise. But deep inside lay buried fears, long concealed, waiting patiently until this very hour, ripe enough, finally bursting forth, now unleashed, entirely unbound. The chilling standoff continued amidst swirling uncertainty, twining eider around necks, echoing horror lost somewhere along pathways traced back many moons ago. As the shadows deepened, felt a weight settle heavily upon her chest. Her heart raced, echoing in her ears like distant thunder as she faced the bunny man, who loomed before them with an unsettling presence that seemed to warp the very air around him. A laugh that escaped his lips was a chilling melody, twisting through the stillness of the night and igniting every instinct within her to flee. Yet, curiosity clashed violently with fear. Emma felt rooted to the spot as Jake's grip tightened around her hand, grounding her in reality even as surreal terror enveloped them both. The bunny man's costume appeared tattered and old, threads fraying against the starlit sky as he swayed slightly from side to side, an eerie dance that seemed to mock their apprehension. A sound drew their attention momentarily, breaking the spell of fear just long enough for a flicker of rational thought to surface in Emma's mind. Recalled Mr. Thompson's stories about how those who confronted this figure often became ensnared in its web of madness and despair. Yet here she stood, unable to tear herself away from his haunting gaze. Words whispered by locals echoed back, tales warning against approaching too closely to such darkness. Legends woven into cautionary tales meant to protect foolish souls from what lay hidden beneath layers of myth. But Emma had ventured this far. She would not turn back now without seeking answers. Stay behind me, Jake urged quietly, shifting slightly forward as if attempting to shield her from whatever malevolence lay ahead. Shook her head slowly. She couldn't let fear dictate their next move any longer, not when Jake's safety hung in balance with every second ticking by ominously in silence surrounding them both. A realization dawned upon her that they needed each other more than ever at this moment. A bond forged through understanding had brought them here together under circumstances stitched tightly between fear and resolve. With newfound determination swelling within her chest like wildfire consuming dry brush, Emma stepped forward toward the bunny man. Despite everything urging retreat, a decision laden with uncertainty, yet powered by fierce loyalty, igniting courage deep inside, heart racing steadfastly now. She called out into the void filled only by echoes reverberating back towards them, endlessly words heavy yet punctuated by hope, desperately fighting against encroaching darkness surrounding them all. Bunny man tilted his head curiously at her boldness, but offered no answer except a wild grin stretched across grotesque features, resembling nightmares sprung forth from deepest fears born long ago. Shadows danced around him while after rang out once more a discordant symphony echoing through twisted branches above, cloaked tightly beneath moonlight, cascading softly downwards, illuminating unsettling scene unfolding before them, starkly contrasting serenity once own moments prior fading, now replaced entirely with palpable tension, mounting steadily between breaths drawn increasingly shallow over time, held suspended, until some unknown end awaited beyond grasp, forever lingering just beyond reach. Suddenly erupted as Jake surged past Emma, towards where he last saw movement, flitting closer toward an obscured path, leading deeper into woods, shrouded in darkness, pulling him away from sight, further amplifying dread surging forth anew. Overwhelming presence swirling thickly around trembling bodies, aching under pressure, mounting now dangerously close, threatening consume entire essence, spiraling rapidly out control, lost forevermore amidst tangled branches reaching wide, stretching high overhead, intertwining tightly, wrapping around hearts beating rhythmically louder, pounding fiercely, thrumming insistently, driving urgency, propelling action forward unyieldingly, onward pressing relentlessly, forward diving at first into uncertainty, unfurling destiny awaiting patiently ahead, shrouded deeply within dark embrace, waiting silently, concealed, well-guarded secrets yearning reveal themselves finally after all this time lost, wandering endlessly. Shadowy corridors hiding truths luridly lurking just beneath surface, begging rise, unveiled, untouched, buried memories gripping hold firmly, squeezing tight, refusing relinquish ground, until final reckoning arrived, swiftly rushing forth unbidden, ready confront demons spiraled wildly free, taking form, manifested boldly, standing defiantly resolute, demanding attention, sparking flames illuminating truth, flickering brightly amid shadows, dancing softly, moving gently, beckoning onward, guiding steps taken ever closer toward clarity, promised somewhere lost among veils drawn securely tight, masking light, searching desperately, cut through overwhelming gloom, descending deeply, drowning sorrows held captive, egging release. And so began Emma's frantic pursuit, seeking not just safety but also connection, driven stronger than mere curiosity alone, compelling strength found within vulnerability, exposed raw and open, tearing apart facades built carefully over years, stripped bare, revealing humanity intertwined amongst complexity, wrapped tenderly around edges, vulnerable, awaiting healing search, uncover what lay hidden beneath layers woven intricately together, rich fabric woven. Tightly bonded souls intertwined, shared experiences, forging paths, walked bravely, crossing boundaries, etched indelibly, marked journeys traveled, finding solace, comfort, embracing one another, fully immersed, experiencing life imbued vividly. Colors painting panorama, encompassing beauty lying ahead, framed picturesque, heavenly bliss sparked, magically ignited flames glowing softly, warming hearts caressed lovingly amidst wild uncertainties, brimming life abounding, elevated. Oaring freely, entwined fates merging gracefully, capturing fleeting moments cherished dearly, spinning webs beautifully crafted, glimmering threads, shimmering brightly, shimmering bright, enchanting glow, sparkling, resplendently radiating. Filling voids eagerly sought homecoming, nestled safely among loving arms, whispered promises, made sweet lullabies, gently serenading souls, lulled in trance, surrender, gentle embrace, melting guard, safely dissolved, unshackled spirits. Soaring high dreams, reawakened memories, beckoning softly, whispering sweet nothings, exchanged hushed conversation, shared joyfully, cultivating connections, blossoming anew, as the eerie encounter with the bunny man unfolded. Emma felt an unsettling mixture of fear and fascination coursing through her. The figure's grotesque costume seemed to blur the lines between reality and nightmare, igniting a primal instinct to flee while simultaneously drawing her closer, like a moth to a flame. Jake stood paralyzed beside her, caught in the grip of terror that enveloped them both. A bunny man tilted his head slightly, as if assessing their reactions. Shadows danced around him, emphasizing the hollow void where his eyes should have been. Emma could hear her heart pounding loudly in her chest. Each beat echoed through the silence that surrounded them. He felt an undeniable urge to confront this embodiment of local lore, a confrontation that would either lead to enlightenment or despair. "Come here," he murmured again, his voice low and hauntingly melodic, yet laced with menace. Each word dripped with an ancient wisdom twisted by malice, an invitation wrapped in threat. Jake squeezed Emma's hand tightly, his presence a grounding force amidst the chaos swirling around them. He whispered urgently for her to turn back, but was met with Emma's resolute gaze, one filled with determination far more potent than any fear clawing at their minds. "There is something I need to know," she thought silently, as if willing herself to break free from this trance-like state holding them captive at this moment, teetering on the edge of darkness itself. With courage she hadn't known existed within her, Emma stepped forward into the shadows cast by the creature looming before them. "What lies beneath?" she asked softly but firmly, her voice steady despite trembling hands betraying her uncertainty. Bunny Man let out a chilling laugh that echoed ominously along the bridge, the sound reverberating through air, thickened by tension lingering just beyond reach, a reminder of danger lurking nearby, even as curiosity beckoned forth answers. Buried under layers too heavy for most souls to bear. Only those brave enough may unveil what has been hidden, he responded cryptically. As he spoke, unease washed over Emma and Jake alike. They shared fleeting glances filled with unspoken fears, entwined together like vines, clinging desperately onto one another for solace, amidst impending dread bound tightly around them both. Now standing united against fate looming ever closer still, in that moment, began unfolding within Emma's mind a kaleidoscope of images depicting stories passed down generations, intricate tales, woven intricately into fabric binding community lore steeped in collective horror experienced countless times. 4. Suddenly overwhelmed by shadows whispering forgotten truths layered deep beneath surface realities established throughout history, repeating endlessly without resolution, fear fought against knowledge flooding forth compelling. Evolution urging exploration beyond confines, safely built surrounding lives lived untouched until tonight, breaking boundaries set long ago. Just then something shifted. Reality started unraveling between breaths taken too quickly. Glimpses into darkness waiting patiently for unwitting souls tempted forward, yet unaware consequences awaiting ahead should they dare venture further down path unknown, as hesitation gripped Jake once more, tightening its grasp. With every heartbeat echoing louder, the chilling aura surrounding them thickened, instantly drawing nearer toward limits tested, fraught danger edging ever closer, encroaching upon fragile beings huddled together seeking comfort amidst frayed edges threatening unravel entirely. Then came clarity, a stark realization shaped from raw emotion, fueling resolve, burning bright, illuminating shadows dimmed previously by doubt, now fading slowly away behind rising tide, fierce determination. Guiding hearts onward into realms elusive, intertwining whispers beckoning forward, enticing exploration. Long sought after amid uncertainty, threading delicate balance, shifting precariously between light fading fast behind dark doorways. Eating deep beneath surface manifestations, born legend, steeped rich folklore haunting those familiar places, traversed often yet never truly understood fully, until met face to face, testing strength forged against fear itself, destined draw. Forth something greater hidden within, waiting patiently below, awakening spirits dormant inside hearts, dared step beyond thresholds crossed earlier, no return possible, once ventured past gleaming line drawn clear, separating safe from unknown. Forevermore changed irrevocably. As the panic surged within Emma, a wave of determination washed over her. Bunny Man stood before them, an embodiment of fear wrapped in tattered white fur and oversized ears that drooped low over hollow eyes filled with an unsettling madness. Jake's grip tightening on her hand, his body tense beside her, urging caution. At something deep inside Emma burned brighter, a flame fueled by curiosity, and a desire to uncover the truth behind this haunting legend. The atmosphere thickened around them, heavy with unspoken words and suppressed fears. A bunny man tilted his head slightly, as if sizing them up, amusement flickering briefly across his twisted features. After erupted from him a sound like nails scraping against glass, and it sent chills racing down their spines. "Come here," he whispered into the night air, his voice echoing strangely against the silence surrounding them. Emma swallowed hard but held firm. She could not let terror dictate her actions any longer. In the back of her mind echoed Mr. Thompson's warning how those who confronted this creature often fell into despair or vanished entirely. But deep inside lay a burning need to confront whatever darkness awaited them. Emma called out suddenly, feeling the weight of urgency pressing upon her chest as shadows danced around their feet. Without warning, Jake broke free from her grasp and bolted toward a rustling sound emanating from deeper within the wooded expanse surrounding them. Emma watched in horror as he disappeared into the shadows, swallowed whole by darkness that had once felt so alluring, yet now seemed fraught with danger. "Jake," she shouted desperately, but received only silence in return, an eerie void where laughter had echoed moments earlier. A realization hit hard. They were no longer just facing a legend. They were tangled in its web. Anne turned towards her fully now, observing with empty eyes that sparkled with something akin to delight at their predicament, an unfathomable joy found only through chaos conjured forth by fear itself. His form shifted slightly closer as though drawn by invisible threads weaving through their very souls. Twining tightly around hearts beating rapidly against walls, built high for protection now crumbling under pressure, mounting quickly threatening collapse utterly beneath weight growing heavier still. In that moment of dreadful clarity, Emma understood this was not merely about uncovering truths hidden beneath layers woven together through folklore spun throughout generations past. It was about survival intertwined intricately among emotions flaring wildly battling. Instinctively for control warring within restless minds caught between light and dark struggling, fiercely reclaimed power lost somewhere along paths walked bravely forward, ever onward spiraling dangerously outwards beckoning promises made. Sweetly boundless dreams waiting patiently resurface, anew rekindled flames ignited brightly illuminating pathways, long obscured revealing wonders unseen unraveling mysteries buried beneath shades, cast heavily down upon lives lived fully. Immersed deeply cared for lovingly nurtured kindness, shared freely among friends brought together, journeying forth exploring realms untouched dancing lightly upon edges fragile ensconced warmly cocooned, safely nurtured lovingly cradled. Gently amidst wild uncertainties brimming life abounding hope, eternally flourishing rising high soaring free embodying resilience forever carried onwards embracing tenderness, softly fostering bond, forged brightly shining radiant. Reflections mirrored beautifully found cherished memories blossoming vibrantly painted hues awakening joy alive pulsing rhythmically coursing through veins igniting passions aflame burning brightly illuminating all horizons pushed wider. Open beckoning sweetly inviting further explorations uncharted territories, alive awaiting discovery long sought yearning immensely. But now wasn't the time for reflection. She needed to act to find Jake before it was too late. With every ounce of courage surging within her veins like wildfire consuming dry brush, scattered across barren earth ripe ready set ablaze anew leaving nothing untouched scorched ground bare stripped clean revealed fresh opportunities. Patiently emerge rising boldly shimmering forth glistening softly calling loudly resonating deeply echoing sentiments, shared tenderly boundlessly love flowing freely true connection, fostered firmly rooted alongside understanding. Orged united finding strength collectively merging together harmoniously beautifully crafted stories, told woven carefully bonding histories rich tapestry encompassing existence, painting vivid imagery showcasing beauty lying ahead framed. Picturesque heavenly bliss sparked magically ignited flames, glowing softly warming hearts caressed lovingly amidst wild uncertainties brimming life abounding elevated soaring freely entwined fates, merging gracefully capturing fleeting. Moments cherished dearly spinning webs beautifully crafted glimmering threads shimmering bright enchanting glow sparkling resplendently radiating warmth filling voids, eagerly sought homecoming nestled safely among loving arms whisper. Promises made sweet lullabies gently serenading souls lulled in trance surrender gentle, embrace melting guards safely dissolved unshackled spirits, released soaring high dreams, reawakened memories, beckoning softly, whispering sweet nothing. Exchanged hushed conversations, shared joyfully, cultivating connections, blossoming anew. With resolve swelling inside her heart, louder than any lingering fear, threatening consume. Everything entirely whole, entire essence trapped enclosed. Forevermore encased, tightly imprisoned, never liberated again, left wandering endlessly, searching, seeking solace, peace, required deeply, long, desperately. Each heartbeat vibrating echoes, transmitting signals, longing, release, inviting air. Fused life awakened, powerful energies, swirling, mingling, meeting, merging, converging, seamlessly enveloped, tranquility, vast, welcoming warmth, comforting embrace, holding close snugly, wrapping securely, tied, tightly fastened, safely delivering. Elter offering respite, providing solace, retreat, sanctuary. And so began Emma's frantic pursuit, not just of Jake, but also understanding herself more profoundly, intertwined, delicately weaving stories, shaped over lifetimes, scarred yet somehow resilient, equipped, tirelessly navigating trials, faced innumerable challenges, overcome, emerging stronger amidst storms, weathered, ultimately blossoming, radiant, vibrant colors, flourishing within expansive landscapes, stretching limitless, wide beyond horizon, inviting journeys undertaken, discovering new realms, beckoning, thrilling discoveries, promised ahead, waiting patiently, eager, explore, delve deeper, unveil secrets, laying concealed, awaiting exposure, finally ready. Selves tender whisper, shared soft murmurs flowed, effortlessly connecting, forging lasting impression, even after brief encounters, remembered fondly, always cherished, engraved, etched, indelibly marked experiences, steeped richly. Vibrant, infused, deeply threaded, strongly intertwining paths, walked uniquely, traversed, bringing illumination, finding peace, resting easily, nestled, gently embraced, tightly held, safe, secured, lovingly. As the tension swelled around Emma and Jake, they found themselves caught in a moment that felt suspended in time. Bunny Man's laugh echoed through the air, a haunting melody that twisted their nerves tighter, amplifying every heartbeat, reverberating in their chests. Shadows loomed larger, wrapping around them as if eager to pull them into the depths of night. Emma took a deep breath, steadying herself against the palpable fear coursing through her veins. Come too far to turn back now. This was not just about confronting a legend. It was about uncovering truths hidden beneath layers of myth and reality. Stepping forward with resolve, she locked eyes with the ominous figure before her. What lies beneath? She whispered, her voice barely audible yet clear enough to pierce the thick silence surrounding them. That instant, she felt an ancient weight shift, a challenge thrown down by this eerie embodiment of local lore. The bunny man tilted his head slightly, curiosity mingling with malice in his empty gaze. Only those brave enough may unveil what has been hidden, he replied cryptically. His voice wove through the air like smoke, mysterious and enticing yet laden with foreboding. Jake squeezed Emma's hand tightly, panic flickering across his face as he urged her silently to retreat from this perilous encounter. Remain steadfast. Something within her would not allow fear to dictate their fate any longer. You hear? She pressed on, needing answers more than ever, the urgency propelling her forward, despite her instincts screaming otherwise. A bunny man laughed again, a chilling sound that sent shivers down their spines. Often find what they desire most, at great cost. His words hung heavily between them like dark clouds threatening rain as uncertainty shadowed their thoughts. That moment of reckoning, visions flashed within Emma's mind, glimpses into stories long forgotten. Tales spun through generations, steeped in horror and intrigue, lurking beneath surface realities established over centuries past. Each image burned brightly against darkness, threatening to consume entire existence, unraveling slowly, exposing raw truths clamoring for attention, buried deep beneath layers, woven tightly together, awaiting unearthing. Suddenly overcome by an overwhelming force tugging at her consciousness, shadows beckoned, softly whispering secrets long silenced, urging exploration beyond safety margins built carefully around lives lived untouched, until tonight the boundaries set crumbled away. With every heartbeat echoing louder, drawing forth both dread and exhilaration, entwined beautifully within fragile souls, intertwined, seeking solace together amid frayed edges, dangling precariously over precipices, wide, yawning, invitingly. Pulling closer, illuminating paths, unknown, leading deeper into labyrinths filled, twisting mysteries swirling around. Take my hand. Emma implored, suddenly feeling clarity rise up amidst shadows coiling thick surrounding them, pressing inward ever closer against vulnerable hearts, beating rhythmically louder, urging action, taken swiftly before choices made sealed fates. Forever changing everything known prior, lost, drifting somewhere along winding pathways crossed long ago. With hesitation still gripping him tight, Jake exchanged one final glance, searching for traces, reassurance, lingering faded hopes. Flickering dimly, yet proving elusive, almost taunting him, mercilessly reminding him danger lay ahead, wrapped snugly under Guy's treachery, whispered sweet promises, soaked rich legends alive, pulsing fervently, waiting, awakened, beckoning souls. Standing united among trials, faced together, fortified, courage ignited, fiercely burning, bright, promising revelations awaited, unveiling, buried deep, yearning, escape, light once more shining brightly, illuminating worlds previously concealed. Cloaked shadows sprawling endlessly, stretching, reaching far beyond grasp. And so began their descent into madness, their journey unfolding into realms unseen, where fears dance tantalizingly close, yearning, illuminate truths hidden. Desperately waiting, reveal themselves, finally shedding light upon lives entwined, challenged head-on, discovering new pathways, forged courageously, navigating treacherous ground, unearthed adventure promised beyond myriad horrors lurking just outside, safety netting tied tightly draped, securely shielding dreams woven intricately together, safeguarding aspirations, cherished dearly, longing, nurtured lovingly, always hoping return home safe, eventually returning whole, embracing unity. Stored, rekindled, endlessly nourished, mirthfully embraced, fresh beginnings blossoming anew among vibrant colors, unfurling gently, breathing life, celebrating moments, shared, weaving connections, timeless, grounded, anchored, firmly rooted deeply. Held secure amidst gentle whispers, caressing softly, ringing true, resonating laughter, reflecting joy, harmonized perfectly amidst melodic symphony, encircling, warmly welcoming forevermore. In facing darkness, embodied by this terrifying legend, drawn inexorably towards real-life manifestation, embracing uncertainty, fueled determination, intertwined, binding hearts, strongly enduring bonds, forged laboriously, overcoming adversity, would lead onward, illuminating paths traversed. Boldly expanding horizons, unfolding majestically, granting glimpses toward eternity, sparkling brilliantly, revealing all possibilities, waiting patiently, hope reignites flame, shimmering brightly, lighting way, guiding footsteps tenderly. Bracing love, bathed warmth, radiating brighter, always transcending fears, casting aside doubt, paving routes toward fulfillment, proudly stepping onto future chapters. Yet unwritten, ready write stories anew, exploring life lived fully open. Art's willing embrace, whatever may unfold, without reservation, freely moving onward, liberated finally from specters, haunting memories echoed throughout eras, lost, but never forgotten, setting foundations firm, grounded, securely connected. Profoundly enriching lives, shared intimately, basked, lovingly illuminated, brightness, glimmering luminous glow, softly radiating purest essence, captured eternally, etched vividly, enriched experiences, crafting joyful tapestries woven. Beautifully intricate patterns, breathtaking, capturing radiant spirits, set free, soaring high above untold limits, reaching heights unimaginable, gathered harmonies, resonating crystal clear reflections, embracing truth, unfettered, boundless. Lifting gently upward, soaring joyous serenades, danced lightly, celebrated blooms, awakening nature, pristine, resplendent, glowing, bright, igniting passion, beaming vibrantly alive, passionate tales, told boundless dreams, soaring freely, unbridled. Limitless perspectives, shifting seamlessly, painting masterpieces, unveiled, breathtaking brilliance, orchestrated symphonies, melodies, played effortlessly, weaving elegance throughout journeys, embarked hand in hand, embarking bold adventures. Leaping forth unafraid, holding fast, embracing authentic selves, born anew, thriving evermore, painted vividly across landscapes, vibrant, rejoicing wholly, authentically, living right now, shimmering resplendently. Thus began their tale, a story intertwining fear and courage, bound together, destined to explore frontiers, unknown, emerging, transformed, forever altered, enriching lives, shared, dancing wildly amongst stars, harmonizing, perfectly lost, wandering. Souls rekindling fires, ablaze, igniting passions, pursued tirelessly, creating legacies, left behind, sparkling brilliantly, illuminating skies, eternal radiance, reflected boldly upon surfaces, brimming richly, ready, embark, courageous odysseys, each. Word affirmations, truth revealed, guiding lights, shining upward, cascading glimmers, revealing possibility, ignited endlessly, nurturing resilient spirits, rising, daring, boldly forge ahead, unlocking doors, bringing wishes fulfilled. Passionately intertwining futures, merging seamlessly, shaping destinies, mapped continually evolving, beautifully flourishing beyond horizons limitless, as Emma stood alone. Shadows around her thickened, pressing in like a heavy fog. You could feel the bunny man's presence coiling tightly around her senses, every instinct urging her to flee. Deep inside her heart burned an indomitable spark of resolve, a fierce need to confront this legend that had haunted so many. The air felt electric as she called out for Jake, her voice trembling yet determined. There was no response, only the echo of her own words bounced back at her from the darkness surrounding the bridge. The haunting laughter of the bunny man faded into an unsettling silence, replaced by rustling noises further into the woods. Every nerve in Emma's body screamed for action. With urgency coursing through her veins, she stepped cautiously toward where she believed Jake had gone. The path beneath her feet felt unstable and eerie in the moonlight. Branches reached out like skeletal fingers trying to deter her journey into uncertainty. Emma pressed on, fueled by love and concern for Jake. She whispered to herself as she ventured deeper into the shadows, each step testing both courage and clarity, while fear loomed large behind every corner awaiting revelation, long lost amid whispers fading away, slowly drifting onward. Suddenly, something caught her attention, a flash of movement among tangled foliage, drew closer with each heartbeat, pounding rhythmically louder, ringing against ears, straining alert, seeking signs life remained just within reach, lingering nearby. Surfacing once again, beckoning softly, inviting, gently urging forward, ever onward. Just then came a low growl that sent chills racing down Emma's spine. Her heart raced faster than before as panic surged anew, threatening consume everything, whole encompassing existence, spiraling downwards, pulling tighter, drawing closer, enveloped entirely, leaving little room escape beneath weight growing. Heavier still. That moment realization struck. This wasn't merely an encounter shaped by local folklore, but rather something far more sinister, lurking in shadows, concealing its intent behind layers woven intricately through generations past forever. Etched firmly, marking boundaries, crossed blurring lines between reality, dreams, nightmares intertwined together, now swirling, chaotically unraveling truths, hidden, long forgotten, buried deeply below surface, laid bare, exposed, raw, unguarded. Vulnerable, awaiting discovery, desperate, grasping hold, tightly clinging onto fleeting moments, found, desperately yearning connection, fostered truth, revealed, unlocking mysteries, guarded, fiercely protecting sacred grounds, traversed delicately. Bracing stories, shaped carefully, unfolding live, stitched lovingly, imparting wisdom, shared, sparkling, bright, illuminating paths, paved ahead, eagerly revealing insights gained from journeys taken, boldly navigating trials faced. Ultimately emerging, resilient, forged stronger amidst storms, weathered, blossoming, vibrant, flourishing colors, painted beautifully across expansive landscapes, stretching wide beyond horizons, inviting explorations, waiting patiently, ready delve. Deeper, unveil secrets, laying concealed, longing exposure, finally welcomed, embraced tenderly, whisper soft truths, spoken, cherished, fondly remembered, forevermore etched deeply within hearts, as she advanced further towards those sounds. Calling out, resonating, closely mingling, harmoniously blending, seamlessly reaching, deeply entwined souls, nourishing spirits, seeking solace, resting easy, nestled, warmly cradled, securely, bound safely, sheltered, encouraged, forth, unwavering. Strength birthed resilience, illuminated, brightly shining, bright guiding way, homeward leading back safely, bringing joy, fulfillment, kindled passionately, a flame igniting passions, alive, pulsing vibrantly through living, breathing essence. Bodying everything cherished, dearly nurtured, lovingly cultivated connections, weaving intricate fabric, holding together lives, lived richly, thriving, blooming, bursting forth light, radiating warmth, filling voids, once claimed empty now. Overflowing abundance, shared freely, touched kindly, relishing beautiful moments, experienced, fully immersed, wrapped snugly, safeguarding treasure, held dear, never let go. And so began Emma's frantic search, not merely for Jake lost somewhere. Seen, but also understanding herself more profoundly, intertwined, woven delicately within rich tapestry, crafted timelessly, connecting all, sharing sweet bonds, formed a long paths, tread lightly, exploring depths unknown, promising, exhilarating. Ventures await beyond corners, turned softly, caressed, gently embraced,